So this is a POV video. POV, day in the life of a Lithuanian electrician in Lithuania. So this is what I would do if I was an electrician in Lithuania. Definitely wouldn't use a ladder. I would just use that little stool. But then I'd do the same in the UK. What I like is how well they protected their beautiful lift for the tradespeople while they are doing the work. What I would do is I would bring all my materials and all my tools up to the job to start the day nice and early. I would then have a quick little walk around, see what I need, see how many sockets I need, see how bad the plasterer is, see if he was very naughty and filled up my boxes. They seem to be okay, just a few here and there that need a little bit of clearing. So after I've counted how many sockets I need for the second fix, I would then go ahead and separate the face plates from the metal part of the actual socket, because this is how sockets are in Lithuania. They come individually, and then the white part goes inside of a frame, and that's what will be exposed. And then the metal part gets added separately. So you first fix the back bits, and then you second fix the white plastic parts, but it's often also done all as a part of a second fix. Whereas in the UK, you just put on the sockets, whereas here they put the metal bits on and then the painter paints, and then it doesn't affect the nice part of the socket. So what I would do then is I would go around and use a knife to clear out the back boxes of any muck. And what I've noticed in Lithuania is plasterers are not that mean and horrible as they are in the UK. Literally all of the back boxes were so nice and neat, except for literally one. I don't know what happened to that one there, but look at them. Literally barely any muck in it. My knife's not even doing anything. And then what I would do as well, as I'm going along, the 2 screw holes that are used to secure the socket, I would make sure I clean out any muck out of there as well. I'd get straight into it. I'd use my little stool to sit down so that I don't damage my knees. And I would use this pro method of very gently gliding the blade along the insulation to cut it so that I can strip it very easily without using the earth to pull back and split the outer sheath. Look at it. Look how easily that just slips open. This is going to be a socket for a washing machine, part of the radial directly. No spurs. They don't have spurs. It's not a thing out here that I've come across ever. And this method is probably the most dangerous that you can do, because you can easily damage the inner sheaths if you are not careful, the inner insulation bits. So then I would get my side cutters and I would make the cables all the same length and then just strip everything. Strip them all. I do it all one by one, not like Live Sparks with him stripping 10 cables at once. I'm not that kind of a pro, and I think it only works for lighting cable. I've not been able to do it for sockets. So yeah, then I would strip every single one and get the cables ready to go into the back box. I'd grab my little Hilti to just open the terminals a lot quicker than my hand manual screwdriver could. I need to get my CK next time I come to work in Lithuania. My little CK electric screwdriver. That would be handy. So what I would do is then separate all the cables into the 3 directions. I normally put the lives on the left, the neutrals on the right, and the earths in the middle. Some sockets do come with the labels for the terminals in that way, but some sockets don't. And the way their sockets work, the polarity doesn't matter. You can put your plug in either way and it will work. It's not like the UK where you have to get in the right terminal, otherwise you have reverse polarity and that causes issues. And then of course we have the little bend your cables before you put in the back box trick. Nice little U-bend or swoop so that it just folds nice as you push it in. So what I've done here is, I don't know if you can really see, I've taken out the screws and I've kind of hooked it on, and then you twist it and then you tighten. So what I've done here is I've tightened the screws a little bit. I've put the level on there. It's got a little ridge on the back, so it just gently holds itself in position, which is very useful. I've posted this on Instagram and how useful this is. And then yeah, once that socket is on nice and straight, you attach the faceplate and the frame. So the middle bit is what I took off earlier, and I've just clicked it in with the frame and just popped it on there. And then that's it. And then what I would probably do is just switch it up. I would then go to maybe hang some smoke alarms in the bin sheds. I would measure out from the light to the door, and I would go bang on in the middle. Why? Because there's no regulations about where it needs to be. Obviously, I'm still trying to do the UK reg of 30 centimeters, 300 mil from the wall. However, that doesn't matter here. I think they have that as a part of the manual in the instruction for the smoke alarm, but nobody really follows that. So yeah, I could put the smoke alarm in anywhere I want, really, as long as it's on the ceiling. So but what we do is we always try to be the best electrician that we can be, and luckily I've learnt in the UK, which personally so far from all the travels I've done across the world has the best electrical practices, the safest that I've found. Yet to go to another country that has better electrical standards and practices. And then yeah, what I would do, attach the smoke alarm base, of course, just battery smoke alarms, because that's all you really need in a little bin shed. So yeah, just pop that on, and then of course using amazing power tools such as Hilti, the best. They've got big respect out there in Lithuania. And then I would use a SDS drill to drill through the concrete, and this little dust catcher, so that I don't really have too much mess to clean as I go along. This little dust catcher, I think it's like a Makita thing or something. It's really cool. And yeah, then what we do, put the wall plugs in. I don't have a hammer, so we just use a tape measure, and then we'll just use a little blade to cut the bits that stick out so that we can get flush finish for these battery smoke alarms. Yep. I used to use my drill to hammer wall plugs in, but I try not to. But yeah, you know what? I'll tell you something. I'll tell you a secret. I've started cleaning up. When I work in any other country, I clean up. I actually get the broom and, pretend I know what I'm doing. I sweep up, look at me, sweeping up nothing but air. I'm literally like sweeping up the tiniest little bits of dust particle that I've literally gone around and done that everywhere. I'd never do that in the UK. I'd leave all my mess everywhere. That's what electricians do. But everywhere else in the world, they actually clean up. But yeah, here's me doing that risque sort of stripping again. I love this technique. This is my new favourite technique, but it's so dangerous. I definitely don't recommend it for anybody else, especially apprentices or learners. You have to be a pro to strip cable like that. But what I think I like is the thrill of being so close to all the other cores and potentially stripping them and ruining the cable. But I never do. Of course, I practiced a few times before, I actually gave this a go. But yeah, that's it really. And that would be the day in the life of me if I was a spark in Lithuania for a day. Just second fixing and cleaning up as I go along, being a very nice and tidy spark. But yeah, all jokes aside though, in all seriousness, I do love working in different countries. And Lithuania, I've really had the most fun working here. And yeah, like I said, so far, I can really say the UK standards and practices are top tier. Top tier, everything, the plug, the safety of the plug, the way the sockets, the way the back boxes are, everything for me so far just seems to make so much more sense. And here as well, you've only got 2 terminals for the cables, whereas the UK sockets allow up to 3. So ring sort of radial, cable in, cable out, and a spur. Whereas here, you've only got 2, and then where go everything in the back. So literally you can have 4 or 5 cables coming into one socket. There's not really much regulation on what's what. You can also use a 1.5 cable to join the 2 sockets together. There's no problem with that either. You can then wire up a light off of it. There's no problem with that. You don't have to downgrade the cable with a spur and a 3 amp fuse. Yeah, nothing. It's wild. It's wild. When I was working with the guy, I kept asking him, I'm like, are you sure this is right? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, strange. Also, the back boxes, you have to click them together. It's like a puzzle piece for it to align and for you to be able to put the faceplates on properly. And that's been so hard. I'm still figuring out what the technique is. Yeah, look at it. Look at it. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching. Let me know any feedback. Let me know any questions. Let me know any comments. Let me know if there's any sort of anything you want me to make videos on in regards to electrics anywhere in the world. I'll go there. I'll fly there tomorrow. But yeah. Oh, look at it. Look how hard they are to align. Literally like puzzle pieces. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.